This is Eric J coming at you with street news. No, we ain't professional, and neither is Orlando police officer Dennis Turner, who was fired after he arrested 6-year-old Kaia for having a temper tantrum at school. So look, according to the reports, Kaia's grandmother Marilyn Kirkland said she received a call Thursday that her granddaughter, who she identified as Kaia had been arrested for throwing a tantrum and kicking an employee. Kirkland said she tried to explain her granddaughter suffers from a medical condition and had been struggling with sleep apnea, and told Turner it was something the family was trying to work through. Turner then said, "Well, I have sleep apnea and I don't behave that way." First grader Kaia was handcuffed and carted off, where Kirkland said she was fingerprinted and even had her mug shot taken. Officials say the arrest last week violated OPD policy, which requires officers to get a supervisor's approval before arresting children younger than 12. Listen, stories like this in 2019 is a clear reminder to me on how much things have not changed. George Stinney Jr., who was 14 in his mugshot and also 14 when he was sent to the electric chair. George Stinney is the youngest person executed in the United States in the last century. This justice system have treated both children and adults the same way. Dennis Turner, let's talk about you. Let's talk about your perfect past. Over the course of your 23 years at the Orlando Police Department, you was disciplined 7 times for violations of the department policies that range from unsafe driving to child abuse arrest, in which you was accused of injuring your 7-year-old son. You was also accused of sending threatening text messages to your ex-wife in 2009, and racial profiling. Now picture that, a black police officer accused of racial profiling. Then you said, "Well, I have sleep apnea too and I don't behave that way." Should you? Should you and a 6-year-old behave the same way? Are you really trying to justify your actions by comparing yourself to a 6-year-old child? This is his mentality. The fact that Kaia was 6 years old meant nothing to him. I said this before and I'll say it again and again. Nobody's perfect, but in the times that we're living in, you better strive to be. There's no excuses. If a 6-year-old is not allowed to have an excuse as a grown man or woman, what makes you think you can have one? Talk to your children at home. Have real conversations with your children at home, because when they walk out of your front door into the real world, there's no forgiveness. There's no mercy out there.